Okay, we're doing a little quick test here. Let's make sure that we are live. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we are live. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just start talking. Welcome back to Average Angler Life. Let me do my high-tech focusing here. All right, this round what I want to do was go over this morning's trip to Bethany Lakes. I call it the Morning Freeze Hot Bites Bethany Lakes Fishing Report. In this case, this morning, I froze my fingers off. It was very chilly. In fact, I think it got even colder throughout the day. And in fact, I figured, hey, let's go ahead and call it and get back in, warm up. I had a couple of honeydews to knock out as well. And when I knocked those out, I saw an opportunity here to just kind of get together with y'all and go over today's fishing report, I guess, for Bethany Lakes. So let's just take it to stock trout, Bethany Lakes, small fishing live stream. I'm going to put some raw video from this morning. I got there about 7 o'clock. Temperature 43 degrees, 40s basically. 10, 15 mile per hour winds, a little misty at times. So it kind of threw me. I didn't know we were going to have some rain, but I guess we did. And from here, you can kind of get a good idea of what I was looking at. So there's a little fog and a little misty deal in there, and actually even picked up a little bit. I think it even rained a little bit later. All right. And this round, I was looking at going with the BFS gear. In fact, I pulled the ultralight bait casting outfit that I use when I head to the coast this past August time frame. In fact, let me go ahead and grab it real quick. All right, I got it. Okay. All right, and this is the outfit I was using. Let me go ahead and get back into frame here. Okay, this is the Shimano Corrado BFS XG. Okay, and I'm using a gold super duper right there. So I initially, let's see if I can get it in closer. It's trying to focus on me. I may have to do one of these dealies. No, can't get it. All right, well, let's just walk it back. Right there, that's gold super duper. 502, I believe, so the smaller size. 501, okay, 501. All right, so I started out the morning with trying to hook up with some of these fish using this gear right here, Shimano Corrado BFS XG. I've got that 20-pound Yozuri braided line, and I initially had a rainbow trout, a white with a rainbow trout coloring super duper. I was going to go with super dupers because yesterday someone else was fishing and they ended up catching some trout using some gold as well as silver super duper. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and give it a try. So I wanted to also use the longer rod because I was thinking that maybe I might have to cast overhead because the side cast that I typically do may have been clobbered. And so with that, I switched from the rainbow trout to a silver to a black, and then finally a gold super duper. I had one hit on that gold super duper as I was reeling it in. So I was like, okay, we'll go stick with this. And then they started bubbling up. You could see the schools, and I started sight casting. And what I found out was they wanted basically no retrieve. Just cast it and let it flutter in the school, and then you would get a hit. So let's go ahead and just take you to this morning and see if you have any questions. And I'll just call out a few things as things come up. All right? Okay, it's Sunday now. Let's see if we can catch some more fishies here at Bethany Lakes. I came out here yesterday and I struck out. A little bit cold too, so let's see how it goes. Again, it's that Shimano Corrado BFSG on that ultralight bait casting rod from the Ugly Stick. 20-pound Yuzuri braid, which is equivalent to 4-pound line mono. And then I have a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on it. Use one of those little FG knots, I think it's what it's called, to tie your braid to your line. And right now there's not much movement, but I am seeing some activity out in the distance, and then eventually they'll start coming in closer. And what I later found out was they were further more to my left, closer to this one bank versus where I was. But I at least get 2 out of this round here, okay? And let's see, I'm using that gold super duper. Yeah, here I'm having a little trouble. I think I just switched over from another lure to another. And, you know, it's that thing that you do when you're trying to find the pattern. It's if you're not getting any strikes, you need to switch. Right. And I guess one thing to call out, especially with stock trout that are schooling, if they are schooling and you cast your super duper, your lure in the mix, and you don't get any strikes, it's probably a good indication that you may need to either make an adjustment in your presentation or switch out that lure. Maybe it's a color, something different. But if you're not merely getting, you know, you cast a couple times to these passing schools and you're not getting hits, it's probably, you probably need to switch up things sooner than later. Okay. Now I'm just kind of, well, you know, it was cold, and you can see it's kind of slow. That's that steady retrieve I normally was using. And heads up, individual that was fishing the day before, or yeah, yesterday, he was using the similar retrieve, and he ended up getting 2 that way. So I was like, okay, let's match the hatch, see if that pattern's working this morning. It wasn't. And what finally keyed me in was when I finally get one on the line when that passing school went by. Okay. I definitely like this ultralight bait caster. So much, in fact, I ended up getting another one on order. It should be here, I think, Monday. This is it right here. Shimano Corrado BFS XG Shakespeare Ugly Stick. Some people say it's like putting, you know, a cheap rod for a more expensive reel, but I find that I really like the ugly sticks. Okay. They're virtually unbreakable, and they can take a beating, and they've just not let me down over the years. Okay. All right, here I'm switching out lures, going back to the gold super duper. What I have to be careful of is above me there's a tree. Before there was a bush behind me. I think it was last year or the year before, and I hung up and got a big old bird's nest in the reel. Now tree is a little bit above me. I got to be very careful in keeping from hitting that, or I'm gonna have a big backlash. And it's brutal to clear out a backlash on your little ultralight bait caster. In this case, that Shimano Corrado BFS XG. Okay, so here I'm just waiting, looking, seeing if I see any activity, looking for those moving schools of trout. Typically in the first few days of a stocking, you'll definitely see them feeding on the surface and moving about, and yours truly is doing so here. Okay. All right. I see him. All right, I see something moving about in the distance. Okay, I don't have my polarized glasses. I don't really think I need them this round, but what I'm looking for is this telltale of a school going by. You'll see them kind of bussing the surface, or you'll see some light turbulence just under the surface, or some ripples. That's your indication of a school that is starting to boil up.
Okay, let's see it right there.
Okay, just casting it out there. Oh, got a backlash. Hate that when that happens, but hey, gotta clear it. You gotta clear it. Okay. I'm just kind of making some adjustments. Earlier I had one of those blade lures, ones that you use for walleye fishing, and I was hoping to hook up with a fish with that blade lure, but unfortunately they didn't want that.
There he is. There they are.
Alright, good stuff though. Definitely like the longer 7-foot rod when I'm casting for distance like this. I did leave the ultralight bait caster, that flight feather, the one that can handle trout magnets. Not enough distance for this place here. You'll see a lot of activity kind of mid-pond, if not in the middle of the pond itself. And they did stock it, let's see, December 4, this past Thursday. And I did see some individuals doing well. One individual yesterday was hooking up, limiting out using some bread. Today I couldn't tell what was actually working, other than I believe super dupers, as well as some folks that were fishing under a bobber, and that seemed to work well for some folks. Let me see if the chat is working. Remember, this is a Q&A session. You have any questions concerning some of the winter trout stockings that we have here in Texas? Been fishing these here over the course of many years, so I can maybe call out, or any call outs or questions you might have, definitely throw them out my way. Alrighty. Okay, again, this is like raw video, unedited, just me casting away. And this is this morning. And I believe as the morning progresses, I notice there's one point where it's going to get even more foggier, and we'll start getting a mist in the air, if not actual rain. When I left, I would say it started raining a little bit. I got home in time to be able to just at least warm up and keep from... Oh, there we go. Right there. That one hit it on the drop. Cast it out, passing school, hit it on the drop. And I definitely need to adjust my reel clicker.
Alright.
Go super duper.
Okay, that one hit it on the drop, so let's just cast it out and let it drop and let them hit. You can see the schools moving about. You can see some disturbance on the surface. They're definitely active this morning, so let's see what we can do. Alright, that one's moving over there. Alright, I see a school coming. School coming. Let's make sure he comes in range. There he is. Alright, right there. Hitting it on the drop. On the drop. Okay, on the drop. Nice. Gold super duper. Cast to the school, let it drop. Alright, let's do it again.
So unfortunately at this point, I didn't get anything else after this. But I'm going to go ahead and run the video
ripply surface
and give you an idea of what the morning was like and some of the adjustments I made, as well as some movement I made to hopefully get another. But bottom line, that was working. If I could see a school on the surface, I could cast
like a little
the super
disturbance. You'll
duper
just kind of see
and
the
let
water
it
moving
sink, and no
slightly under
retrieve.
as the school goes by.
I would get the hit.
Just cast to it and let it.
All right.
Let it
So at this
sink.
point, I'm going to stay on the
And you got them
on
least
stream
today.
and open up for
Yesterday
any
they didn't want
Q&A.
that. They wanted slow movement. So we'll cast it out. We'll let it sink. And we'll just kind of see if we can get one to hit while we're waiting for the next school to go by. And right now I got 2 on the line. Let's see if we can get number 3. Number 3, hee. All right, I start seeing something coming to the right. Just to the right, there's something moving, but I can't tell if it's a school or if it's a turtle. All right, so we'll just kind of play it by ear. There's one. Went a little short, but I'm gonna let it sink some more. Short. I cast it short from it, but he's coming. Hopefully they'll come in. Yeah, they're in range now. Okay. Let me recast and move up a little bit. Okay. I can see slight disturbance. He went under. He went under. All right, let's just cast. Come on, Mr. Fishy. All right, we'll just keep looking for these schools coming by. Got a steady bite over here at the pier. I'm gonna let it sink. Okay. Definitely got some fog this morning. All right, let's see. Let's see if that school come by. Get another cast out. Mainly just keeping it in the water, but close by so I can recast it when I see the school go by again. All right, okay, I see something moving to the left. Slightly to the left. Just gonna tweak my brakes a little bit here. Just a slight bit. You gotta be careful because I got this tree above me. Okay, they're coming back again. All right, let's see what the action's like over here to my right or to my left. All right, this looks like it'll be onesie twosies as they go by. Let's warm my hands while we're waiting. All right, pretty steady action here. It's like we got some bubble floats, we got some lures. Temperature's like 45 when I came in this morning, so at least there's no wind this time. The other day there was some wind. Oh, there's a school coming off to the left. Let's see if he bubbles up closer. And it seems to be gold. I tried a black as well as a white super duper, and then settled on the gold. Seems like gold is what they want. So if you're casting to a school of them going by and they do not hit a particular color, it's probably a good idea to switch it out. Because usually if it's the right color, they're going to hit it right away. All right. Okay, there's some more schoolies over there to my left. We got one on the line over there on the other side. Okay, just keep my hands in my pocket. Gotta stay warm here. Okay, we got a jumper to the left. Looking for that school to come in. Okay, more jumpers to the left. Okay. Okay, 2 on the line. That's enough for a breakfast, I'll tell you that right now. Enough for breakfast. Did my little fire pit too. I might be able to cook them over there on the old fire pit. Alright, not seeing any movement. Need those schoolies to come around. Alright, where'd you guys go? Let's see. I'm looking around right now. I see some movement to my left, but it doesn't look like they want to play. Alright, just cast out in case we get a passing opportunity. Oh, turtle over here to my in the foreground. Yeah, so I'm casting out and I'm just letting it sink, not really retrieving, and they're hitting it on the drop. But I'm mainly having to wait until I see the school go by, and then I get it into the mix, and then that seems to be the trigger today. Get them as they're schooling by, because they certainly don't want to hit it on the retrieve, at least right now, but that could change here anytime. It's the way it is fishing these little stock ponds and whatnot. Alright. Well, we got a jumper to my left, over there by the cliffs. The cliffs. Stay right over here though. I don't feel like going up there. It gets kind of slippery. Let's just wait them out. Alright, I see a school coming over here on my left. Further out, about mid-pond. There's some jumpers over there. See that jumper over there? Yeah. Jumper. And usually you got about a good week or two before the cormorant starts showing up. Once they show up, then they start clearing out the pond. I have come out in May with the water wolf camera, or the fish cam, and dropped it in the pond here and got a glimpse of a couple of trout. That's middle of May, hot summer and everything. So there may be some holdovers, but they probably are pretty smart by then, knowing not to strike these lures and baits and whatnot. But who knows? Maybe there's a nice holdover here. Okay, I see something moving to my right, or to my left. There's a school over there, about mid-pond over there by the... probably easier to cast over there by the rocks, but we'll just wait for it to come here. Yesterday they were tending more on this side over here in this circle, and that's where they actually released them, right where those guys are right across from me fishing. So, yeah. But it looks like they're moving around the pond now, so let's see. Let's just wait it out here. All right, I'll plan on rebroadcasting this later on, probably this evening. Just got to render the video and all that, and maybe do a little live Q&A thing in case anyone have any questions. All right, but I got 2 on the line down there. Enough for breakfast here. See if we get 3 more to limit out. Okay. All right. Got some jumpers over there in the corner, right there. Look at that. Definitely over there in the corner. I used to be able to fish that spot, but now it gets clobbered with a bunch of branches and everything, so it makes it really tough. They're over there in the corner, so let's just see if they'll show up here in a moment. On this end here in a moment. Again, you're just looking for that telltale of the school going by. I can see they're over there on that other end right now, moving around. Fog's starting to roll in though. Ooh, it's getting cold. Let's warm up the hands here. Warm up the hands. Okay, all right, I see something moving to my left. Just wait it out, wait it out. Okay, there's some movement mid-pond now. Let's see if they'll do their rounds. Okay. Oh man, there's a nice one over there. Look like they're bigger today compared to yesterday. Yesterday they seemed a little small, but a couple I caught here seemed a little bit bigger than what they were catching yesterday. So, what a difference a day makes. Okay, more movement over there. There's a school jumper there. Let's see if they'll come over here. Come on, come on. I'm looking for you. Yeah, way out there. Come a little bit close. Oh, wait a minute. Might be something moving by now. Fog's starting to roll in some. It feels a little bit chillier too than when I drove up. Holy cowser. We got a little chilliness right now. Little red hot chilliness. Yeah, they're over there. Right up there in the middle. Man. Well, I guess we need to go over there. Let's go over there. All right, there's a school coming in. Just let it sink right in the school here. Come on, come on. Let's see it. That one came in close too. My hook's clobbered. Oh no, we're good. We're good. All right, that one came in close and then they went under quick. I don't know where they went, but let's cast just in case. Loosen up a little bit. All right, that's good. Okay. Have you caught anything?
Yeah,
On power bait? You have any more smaller lures?
I do. I was fixing to change the scene.
Yeah.
Throw it towards the lane so it don't get in.
Okay. I tried black, white, silver, and gold super dupers, and the gold super duper is what they're hitting on. But I'm waiting for the school to come by because they want it. So what? Yeah, you'll see them move. You'll see the disturbance and they'll jump. When you see them start boiling, cast to it and then just let it sink. They don't want any movement right now. That's where earlier I was getting them when I was moving it, but right now they go by. I just cast, count the 1, 2, 3, and then I got a hit. But it's when they like right there's probably a good one to try if over at that point, but they'll come over here eventually. All right, let's try over here. Countdown retrieve. I'll just leave the fishies up here because it's cold enough. cold enough. All right. Look for the school jumping. It's cold though. Cold beans, cold. Look for the jumper. All right. Okay, they're over there to the right. To the right. There's a hit. Okay, they want a slow, very slow retrieve. Dang it. Hard to cast here. Alright. We're gonna have to deal with it. Bummer. Hard to cast with these trees above me. And then now I got this caught on. Nice. Luckily I got this 20-pound test, so that'll help me out. That'll help me out. Alright, let's get it. I may have to go down below here. Let's go down. Man, bad cast. Bad angle. Bad angle. Alright. There's a tree behind me I gotta watch for, so I can't get the cast I want. It's making it very tough, so I may have to move. Maybe try going down a little bit. Let's try going down here a little bit. This might have a little room. I can't do it. There's not enough room. Let's go look for another spot. Okay. School's starting to show. I put a little extra split shot on there to see if this will help with the distance, but we'll see. All right. Doesn't look like they're coming back yet. Still over there in that one corner. Alright, wait it out. Saw some bubble movement, but it stopped. No, not yet. We'll wait it out. Some jumping over there now. Still over there. Holy cow. And you come over here on this side. Yeah, I tried over there a moment ago, and those trees, limbs just really messed me up trying to cast this thing. I need a lot more room for me to work it, but you can see some folks catching it here. Look at that. Now they're here. They're moving around, but they're eventually going to come back here, I hope. Let's just cast it out now and just kind of blind cast right now. Got some jumpers in the distance. Jumper in the distance. All right. Hoping the split shot doesn't mess up the action on this. Normally I don't fish it with any weight, but I want to get some extra distance out of this because they may be a little bit further out than I anticipated. Oh, there's one over here on the line right there. Nice. Nice. Stocker trout fishing, man. Some good stuff. Had one jump close by, so that's a good sign. Just reel it in slow for now till we see them rise up. Come on, where'd you go? Okay, I see some movement out there. Just need to come in a little closer. Come on. 2 more to go. 3 more to go, I mean. Three more to go. Let's see it. And one jump, and then he stopped. Come on. Where'd you guys go? Had some schools moving about, and then they stopped, or they stayed over there on that other side. But we're gonna gut it out in this spot. See if we can coax one to strike. Come on. Where'd you guys go? Not seeing it. Not feeling the love here. All right. Just checking out the action here. Right now everything seems to be over there on the other end, right along that one bank. I was there earlier, but it's just too tough to cast for yours truly, so I'm just gonna gut it out over here, and hopefully they start showing up back here again. We'll see. It's one of those Sunday cold day. I'd really love to be trying to catch something right now, but I'm okay doing a little watching fishing. Let's see. So I see some folks casting lures. I see a lot of bubble floats. I can't tell what baits they're using, but they certainly are catching them. I'm seeing a few already been caught. Things are quiet over here right now. But who knows, they could pick up here anytime, so we'll see. Okay, there's a school in the middle moving around. See it? There's a jumper there. Just kind of tending in the middle right now, but hopefully they'll shift over to the right. We'll see here in a moment. All right, let's see what's out here. All right. Where's the school? Where's the school? Try a bigger lure, maybe. Let's try a bigger lure. Let's try a different one. Something heavy. Cast right where I fucking. It's weird. on the fly. It's getting cold. All right, let's go try this side. Let's see if we can get a cast in from this distance here. It might be a little tough, but thinking maybe I might even try putting some split shot on just to see if that'll help. But first I want to see how far I can cast with this thing right now, as is. It's a little cold though. I don't know if I'll be able to last. Well, we got some close jumpers here. Yeah, I got some up close, it looks like. All right. Let's see if we can get something to hit. Some line. Fix the line up a little bit. There we go. I need to fix it a lot. It looks like I got it all in there. There we go. That's good enough for now. And I think I might put that split shot on there just to get some more distance. Because I think they're further out there. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just get a cast in going. Okay.
There was one individual. He
try the
was
split
catching him on some fishing flies. Gentleman further to my left. And the split shot, no go there. You got the extra distance, but I think the split shot actually interferes with the Super Duper's action. So I'll keep trying. Maybe I might actually catch one eventually with some split shot. But yeah, for the most part, Super Duper tied directly to that snap swivel or snap clip. Don't add anything else and fish it slow, or in this case, let it drop. All right, so I ended up getting only 2 this round. Okay, I probably could have gutted it out and maybe caught some more. It just got really cold for me, and I did have some honeydews I needed to knock out. And I don't know. But bottom line, what seemed to work pattern-wise was this casting to the passing schools and letting the lure, the Super Duper, the gold Super Duper, flutter and basically sink, and they would hit it on the 1, 2, 3 count. Let's see if I can demo what I was talking about earlier in the stream. Let's see, I think it was right about here. Let's go ahead and run it. All right, and again, what worked was as the school was passing by, cast and let it sink. 1, 2, 3, boom! I get a hit. All right. So I think here in the next few you should be able to see what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can jump the video here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm switching. Yeah, that's the gold Super Duper. Got it on a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader attached with the FG knot to the 20-pound braid. The 20-pound Yozuri braid is actually a 4-pound test diameter, or 4-pound diameter, even though it's rated for 20 pounds. It's the one that I used for the coast when I went fishing over there at Galveston this past August. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and let it run here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm mainly looking for these passing schools. Okay, little ripply movement on the surface. You'll see this little ripply turbulence on the surface, if not the actual boiling of the trout. That's what I'm casting to. And when I have the opportunity, I'm definitely hooking up here. Just unfortunately, they kind of shifted to the other side of the pond. And when I went over there, I had a hard time because there was a lot of trees and whatnot around me that allowed me, or did not allow me, to get a clear cast. And that was happening to me. I was having to clear these backlashes in that particular location. All right. Let's go bump it up again. Okay. All right. So here I just got a tap. Okay. Gold super duper. Got a tap. Let's go. Let's see if we can get them to hit. And again, I'm looking for that passing turbulence. You'll just kind of see the little ripply action on the surface, if not the actual boil itself. Cast to it, cast past it, cast into it. But bottom line, get your cast out there. Let me bump it up some more. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Man. Should be coming up. Here, let me bump it up again. Okay, there we go. Let me reverse it. Okay, so passing school going by, cast to it. If not past it, let it flutter. Bang, there's the hit. That was what was working. Anytime I had a school go by and I cast my gold super duper, instead of doing that little slow retrieve, just let it flutter. 1, 2, 3, bam, they would hit it. Okay. And unfortunately, things kind of died down soon after.
Yeah, that one hit it on the drop. So let's just cast it out and let it drop and let them hit. You can see the schools moving about. You can see some disturbance on the surface. They're definitely active this morning. So let's see what we can do. Alright, that one's moving over there.
So mainly waiting for that passing school to go by. These casts in between, I'm really just kind of half-heartedly casting it. Just being able to real quickly in case I do see a school going by. Alright. So I think this one's going to do, I'm mainly just passing time. After a while it gets really cold and I just tuck the rod under my arm and I put my hands in my pocket to kind of warm up a little. Alright, but as soon as I do see a school, I will sight cast to it and you will certainly see what I'm talking about, where it's basically a 1, 2, 3 count and you're on. Should be coming up here in a moment. There's 2 this morning that I caught.
Okay. All right, I see a school coming.
All right, here we go.
School coming.
Sight casting to
Make
a
sure
school.
He comes in range. There he is.
Right there.
Right there.
1, 2, 3. I wasn't really even moving the reel, so let me go and back that up again real quick. Okay.
He comes in range. There he is.
School coming in. Cast to it. Tighten up on the line. Boom.
Right there. Hitting it on the drop.
That first turn of the reel is basically just taking up slack. But bottom line, they're hitting it on the drop. I've had this before where they wanted movement.
Okay,
I've had it before where they wanted slow retrieve.
Nice.
This morning, cast to the school, let it flutter. Bang.
Gold super duper.
Getting the hit. Unfortunately, those were the
Cast to
only
the
2.
school, let it
These
drop.
schools went by, and after that,
Alright, let's do it again.
well, it kind of died off. So for those that just joined, let me go ahead and just back it up for you.
Hey.
Let me back it up here.
Make sure he comes in range. There he is.
Okay. Sight casting. Bang. Right there.
Hitting it on the drop.
Gotta love it,
On
man.
the drop.
Tug is a drug. I surely like that, but I ended up staying about another hour, and
Okay, on the
I was
drop.
not able to get another one
Nice.
because I was not within range of some of these passing schools. Where the
Gold
money
super
zone
duper.
was further to my left, off over there
Cast
by
to the
this one
school, let it
bank.
drop.
Here, I'll back it up again. And this time I won't say
Okay.
anything. You guys can watch. You don't need me talking about it.
All right.
Let's do it again.
Let's make sure he comes in range. There he is. All right, right there. Hitting it on the drop. On the drop. Okay, on the drop. Nice. Gold super duper. Cast to the school, let it drop. All right, let's do it again.
Alrighty, so yeah, that was certainly fun. Unfortunately, hey, that's fishing. I couldn't limit out. Got sidetracked and had to make another honey-do list, knock that out. But I did catch two. In fact, I'm gonna cook those tonight. Gonna bake them in the oven, broil them. In fact, and I've got some striped bass fillets, or not fillets, but steaks that I'd caught previously that I'm gonna kind of add to the mix. But that said, get a chance to get out there. If you're starting to see these passing schools going by, lesson learned, cast to those schools. If you're not getting an immediate hit, if not at least an indication of a strike, I would say you need to make an adjustment to your lure. It could be color, it could be retrieve, it could be some kind of adjustment, but there's something that's not triggering them to break away from the pack. All right, I've been out there before fishing these ponds, especially when it's really clear. I got my polarized glasses on, and I've cast super dupers and various lures in the past, and I'll see that there are some times where you'll see these schools of fish or trout moving through the pond, and then you cast the lure that they're looking for. You're going to see 2, 3 break away and immediately strike it. If not using the right lure, that school just keeps going by. No one's even going to break away from it. They're not even going to strike at it. So I would say when you are sight casting and you don't get an immediate hit, make some adjustment. It could be something simple as a color change. It could be something simple as a pattern change, or the countdown retrieve versus a slow retrieve. Super dupers tend to be the go-to ones that I've used for stock trout, for kind of scouting the area. I will shift over to an inline spinner, be it the Rooster Tail or the Mepps Anglia, or the Panther Martin, little single blade lures there. Those all worked well for me, but from a day in, day out, I really like starting out with a super duper. 2 reasons. One, you can do a steady retrieve. You can do a countdown retrieve. It allows you to cover more of the water column, versus if you're doing an inline spinner, unless it's the Panther Martin, when you stop retrieving, it's going to pretty much not get any more action on that particular lure. In the case of the Panther Martin, it'll do helicopters as you let it sink, and yeah, that one's a good one to play around with. But other than that, I would say today's trip, 2 trout, sight casting, passing schools, countdown retrieve, basically 1, 2, 3, no retrieve in fact, and they were hitting it themselves, hooking themselves. Okay, well, appreciate you guys joining today. Stay tuned for more. I plan on doing more of these, either live from the mobile fishing live stream that I do from my Android phone, or one of these restreams where I come back on here and just do a live Q&A, run the raw video, and just let you guys reach out to me and ask any questions, as well as I do any call outs as particular things I want you to take away from a particular fishing trip. Other than that, well, thanks for joining. Next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.